Hey guys, not Pawn back. Okay, whenever. Hey guys, welcome back to my rise and downfall of the character series. Now today I'm going to be taking a look at a Thomas character. Let me just get out the character and talk, guys. I'm going to talk about the rise and downfall of Arthur from Thomas and Friends. Exactly establish his rise and then talk about and talk about several theories about why he hasn't been seen in a really long time. So so the first part of every episode of the series, in case you missed my 2D video, which is going to be linked below in the description if I ever remind me to do that, if I ever do that. Okay, let's talk about the rise of Arthur. Arthur was introduced in the 7th season of Thomas and Friends. Arthur made his first ever canon appearance, just like what I did. He made his appearance in this episode from the 7th season. This is going to be a pretty short video. Unlike Tootie from the Fair Odd Parents, there really isn't much to talk about Arthur's character on this show. I mean, let me just go through his character arc. This is something I will do. If this show had his character arc, it's pretty good across the set. In he also appeared in the 8th season, the 9th season, as well as the 10th. Now his character wasn't. I'm sad to say that Arthur's last appearance on the show was in the Great Discovery. Now this is the downfall of the character. Arthur basically fell into the void when the CGI series began. Never even enough. Something I find puzzling, guys, is that Arthur, Stephanie, and a lot of other characters fell into the void. Fell into a void when the show made the switch from models filmed behind set to full CGI. Now I'm going to make a separate video about what characters never made it to the CGI series. Now Arthur, one of the many characters, I'm going to do videos about a lot of characters that appear maybe only once in the hit mall seasons and never appear again. Never appear again. Like Arthur. Sadly, after after the 12th season, Arthur never appeared again. Many fans are wondering, well, there's some good news. Arthur Prop is at Bray Manor. Arthur Prop is still around somewhere in the world. He's either at the Harlem Mall Railway Museum in Japan, or he's at Bray Manor. Yeah, Arthur Prop is still around, but sadly the character there isn't around anymore. Sadly the character isn't around. I mean, Arthur is a pretty good character on the show. If Amber Brenner want, I'm thinking that Porter might have been an Arthur replacement. I'm. Here's a fear I have about Porter and how he's a replacement for Arthur. And again, Porter and Arthur are not the same. Well, one's an LER engine and Porter's an American engine. That wouldn't make any sense if they replaced him on the show. Guys, I'm trying to think of reason for Arthur to not be on the show once. I mean, Arthur never. I mean, take even a look at a character that I want to have because he has a great rise, but his downfall is higgledy piggledy, and I can't wait to talk about it sometime. Is Diesel 10. He appeared on the show in the 17th season. But Arthur, I'm sorry to say, but Arthur, I thought that Arthur might have been a good candidate for his big world, big. Now, now, if it's a character that not appeared in a really long time, here's 2 points I could have possibly even been brought back into the show. I know. Now, Arthur, I guess he never had a lasting impact or something. Maybe because Arthur was a good character in the late him all season. I mean, he wasn't that affected by the writing like Thomas was, or any other of those characters. Yet he fell into that void. Okay, after this, I will link the Unlucky Tug video, about Arthur and how he fits also naturally into the railway series. Now, let me tell you several fears I've had about Arthur, sir. I don't ever research when I do work for the video. I probably should. Just for this series, of course. Just for this series, of course. I will research whatever character I'm looking up and then anyway. There's only 2 points I could have possibly seen Arthur been brought back in the CGI series. Notably, in 2 episodes, both from the Brenner. In Away from the Sea, mm, after thinking about it, after thinking about it, I decided not. There's only 2 points on the show I could have possibly brought back, but here's 2 episodes. There's only 2 points on the show, like I mentioned earlier, that I could have possibly seen him being brought back, like in season 17, or in another great nod to fan service was to have Arthur and Soder's Legend of the Lost Treasure. To have to have, but then again, what would he even be like in CGI, guys? What would he be like in CGI? I mean, I guess I could totally have seen an Arthur episode being produced for the CGI series. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about other fears about Arthur. Like one thing, this fear I just came up with myself. I titled it Arthur does exist in the CGI series. We did never have seen him. Like he's off screen, which is possible. Which is possible, guys. Arthur could exist in Thomas in the CGI Thomas series off camera. We just might never know. Maybe Sharon Miller wanted to bring him back, but never could. Maybe his prop would never hit pop like the other guy engine. Maybe his prop got lost. If it was the prop lost, how can he either be at Brain Manor theme park? But maybe he's been lost. Maybe his model was never digitally scanned by nitrogen, and that's why he didn't appear. Maybe it's maybe his prop was never digitally scanned like the rest, or maybe they had a budget or something of the number of characters. they could use, and Arthur wasn't one of them. And at the end of the day, Arthur is just an anomaly in the comic fandom. He appeared in season seven, and then disappeared once the CGI stuff began. I might make it just an entire video about the late hit model characters and how they never appear again. How they never appear again once they never appear again. But Arthur is not one of those characters. Arthur not like someone like Billy or Neville. Arthur been a great character. Arthur, and I'm sad to say that Arthur didn't even have the chance to become more than just a second character to Thomas or Percy or someone. It's a shame that he never really had any spotlight episodes in the late hit mall season. It's a shame. The closing statement for this episode is that Arthur might have never. The closing statement I would use is very ironic, but then Arthur. Is that Arthur? Maybe there was legal right with Peter Kitts over the name Arthur from their own show. Because Arthur, in case you're unaware, there's there's a character, an aardvark named Arthur, and yet on his own show, but it's not the same as Arthur. As this character, this Arthur. There've been a lot of fan creations, like of course NWR Tales and the Victor. Now, before I end the video, I'm going to talk a little bit about his appearance in fan creation. Mostly Stories of Solo, NWR Tales, and my series. Arthur does appear in NWR Tales, but Arthur appears a total of 3 times in the Victor Kansas series. Well, Arthur in that series died but then, long story short, Arthur in that series is a pretty good character, and I can't wait to see what they do with him next. Even though he didn't appear in season 5, which I'm going to make a separate video about why in season 5, Arthur, at the end of the day, does it really matter? I hate to say this, but maybe there was a problem with Arthur. Maybe they couldn't write any. Now, let me talk about Berserk, like plethora of other reasons Arthur could not be on Thomas anymore. Maybe the writer couldn't think of any more stories to tell the character. Maybe his CGI model got damaged. Maybe his model was too complex to make into a full CGI model. Maybe there was a writer strike. Ella Transformed Revenge of the Fallen one. Maybe there was a complication issue. Maybe there was no new voice actor. Maybe none of the voice actors that wanted to play Arthur. But maybe there was a lost statement from Sharon Miller, Andrew Brenner, and Ian McHugh. Maybe there's a lost statement somewhere on the internet that no one has found yet saying, oh yeah, Arthur, we got rid of him because of blah 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 blah. Or maybe there is a reason. Maybe his character there's no more purpose on this show. I mean, the fishing village was never seen again after the hit mall seasons, and Arthur tied to that location. And Arthur tied to that location on the show, and maybe that's the reason why he never appeared again. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe because of the fishing village being gone. Maybe that's the reason. Hey guys, I think I found the reason Arthur no longer on the show. You see, Arthur suffered from a condition known as character with a destination syndrome. What this disease is, it mainly just affects the Thomas brand. Not necessarily all the brands, just Thomas. You see, Arthur is only seen on the fishing village, in the fishing village. At Harwick. At Harwick. He's only seen at the fishing village in at Harwick, and whenever we did see Arthur. And being how the fishing Harwick is never shown on screen in CGI, we can't say that Arthur is not still there, and that we've never seen maybe Harwick, or maybe he. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just mentioned that he suffered from character third combined with a destination. In case you're unaware of what that means, let me tell you. A character is pretty much defined if they spend a majority of their time at one location. Salty, Brandon Dot. But for Arthur, it was at the fishing village of Harwick. And being how the fishing village of Harwick had never been shown on screen in the CGI series, I hate to say this, but Arthur. But if they ever introduced that location on the show never shown Arthur, that would have been bad. But the fact that they never did leads me into a fear of mine I have. That the fishing village is the location that we see Arthur working in, and that Arthur, I believe that Model and Solar Simulator might be based on his CGI model. Maybe they were considering him at one point in the show, but at the end of it, maybe there's a lost statement from Andrew Brenner or Sharon Miller or one of the many writers that wrote for Thomas to say what exactly happened to this character. Until the next time, until then, I'm not Hunt, and I'll see you later. Goodbye, guys.